Hello everyone and welcome to the 12th episode of SKEncore. It's been 2 weeks since the last recording, so we have lots of things to talk about. I'm Chris, and joining me as usual are Willy.
Yeah.
Juliet, aka Nick.
What's up?
And Jeff.
Yep.
Starting with the ton of news. First on the 6th, Media-Roundup had a small talk show before the SKEncore game, since she's the official ambassador. We will have another one in 2 weeks, but this one was also, she was talking about various stuff about SKEncore, and there's not too much more to talk about. On the 7th, after the stage at the theater, Soda Salna went to hospital because she had a fever, but she was released, I think, on the same day, just a few hours later, so she's fine again. And nothing too bad happened.
So we have some girls doing a PR campaign for a brand of soy milk called, I don't know, Kokuto, whatever. So there's like Yukina, Yunana, Makiko, and I want to, in case you don't know, Japanese girls think that soy milk will help their breasts grow, and there's actually some scientific evidence to back it up.
Okay, I didn't know about this.
That's good to know.
I guess it's a positive development.
On the 9th, we've got the first performance of the Renachi's theater show. So for SKE, we've got Piosu, Negai, Yukonian, Hatagon, and that's all. So yeah, I think actually the theater is done now. I think they did their last performance. So yeah, we've got our girls back in the theater. Nice.
Can I mention how hilarious Piosu looks in this picture?
Yeah, they all look like super good. Like Yukonian in like I think she's a grandma or a maid or nun.
Nurse.
Yes, she's a nurse.
It took me a while to figure out who Hatagon was in this picture.
She looks nothing alike. Yeah.
It took me a while to figure what was Suda's costume until I remember she has nothing to do there and just likes to be on any picture.
Yeah, when I was like seeing the members, I went, no, that was not in that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Makiko too. Like Makiko is not in this picture, maybe. Makiko is there.
Maybe she was in the other team. No, there's two teams.
Yeah, but I think some of these ones are also in that team. Okay. Like Yokonyan, she has like that's not how she looked in the play. She also has other makeup to make herself look like she has wrinkles. She has wrinkles on her face to make her look older. But yeah, can I say how much of a difference it makes to her face to not have the long hair?
Yeah, it's much
I don't know
wrong.
if you noticed, but like her face just looks bigger.
Yeah. Also on the 9th, there was some H2 event.
Yeah. So well, I mean, it's going to be announced. So it got announced that there's going to be a rugby game in Toyota on the 23rd of June, and SK is going to be there. I don't think they've announced who the members are going to be.
They have. That's what is on the screen right now.
Oh, really?
Basically, the Senbatsu minus Julina.
Okay, well, I didn't click the picture, so
and
that's
plus Chicago.
right. Okay, that's cool. Because here it just says SK, but yeah, they're gonna be with these comedians, and then they're gonna perform, and then they're gonna be with comedians again. So it's like on that day they're gonna be there for pretty much the whole day. Like they're gonna start at 12, and then there's then they're there at 1 for a special stage. And then they're there later on at 3. So and then they're on at 6:30, at 4:30 until 5. So they're going to be there the whole day, just doing stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, we talked about that before, but So now we have a picture of the menu of the Sanrio collaboration in the SK Cafe. So there's three meals. Which they actually kind of combine with members. So you get a special coaster if you get one of the meals. So There's one with Ryoha, you know, with her ice cream and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know the. Is that thing called cinnamon roll or what's that thing's name?
So if you eat that shit, you're sure to get the coaster.
Yeah, you get 100%. Yeah.
Ah putain.
And then the other one, the other one. Okay, so I only know how I didn't eat the Maya one because it looks like shit and it actually tastes like shit. I took a bite of what the guy someone else I was with ordered it. And I took a bite. Yeah, it's just not very good. But
yeah,
And you've got to support your Roshi man. What are you doing? Like,
I had Sato Kaho's food instead. I'm sorry. But yeah, you eat it. You just get that for the coaster.
Yeah.
On the events, so Dasu announced that she was becoming a regular member for TV show Switch on Tokai Telebi. So I think it's a morning show. And she should be a regular for a month for now. And we'll have to see for June. So very good news for her.
Yeah.
I just want to thank the person who said Sugawara #1 in the live chat. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Was that you? Okay. Anyway, so there was an event on the 12th for golfing. Golf is golfing even a word? Anyway, for golf. And so some members did golf with fans. We had Naki. Is that Kautam? Kuma-chan, Ran, now Don-chan. Kano-chan, who looks really, really good, by the way, in the clothes she's wearing. Maya.
Well, like every,
and Minoru. Like every time. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, she just looks really good. And they just had a little golf event with fans. And so I mean, Suzerain posted on her Instagram in one of his stories. She posted a video of the fan, one of her fans, like playing golf with her. So that was like, it looked like a cool event, I guess, but yeah, you have to get tickets in advance and so on. I think these events are actually quite expensive when you order them.
Probably,
yeah.
Then we have like Ryoha, Suda, and
Dasu and Yusuke.
And Yuzuki, who've been spotted at Toloki. I don't think we know what's the show. I think just some people took pictures around. There's quite a lot of them. So I guess we'll see later what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Churi had this was her 4th MC at her, the basketball team that sponsors her and that she's the ambassador for, the Mikawa Seahorses. I went to see them twice. I didn't go see them this time. I don't remember why I didn't go, but I didn't. And so she was there just for the usual stuff. And actually, it looks like she did more than usual. She was outside for once. Usually she does stuff inside. But I guess it was just better temperature. Speaking about this team, she actually went to the game. They had a playoff game yesterday, I think, or the day before, and they lost. So that team got eliminated. But she went to the playoff game. All right, and then also on the same day there's some weird campaign with Rakuten, one of the big online shops here, and they are doing this like thing with the AKB SKEncore. I'm actually really not sure what the prize is for this, but if you buy something on the site, you purchase and then you can tweet about it, and then you tweet about a member basically, and then it gives them a vote.
Okay.
So it's there's there's a mini SKEncore happening on that site. I'm not really sure what the prize is. I tried looking at it. You can win prizes, but I don't know what the members get. And anyway, so from SK only 2 members appeared, and wow, guess who they are? Churi and Maya.
Yeah, but Okaberin is above both of them.
Wow, who's that?
Yeah, good question.
Okabe Rinka.
Anyone for Aina?
I don't really know about this, but
yeah, so she ranked first for the Aikabu Aisalayel. I don't know anything about this app. That's the stock market app. So maybe they're fans because she wasn't promoted. They like I don't know. I don't know if you can even like.
Maybe
how
because she
do you
was
even
sick.
like?
She was sick, yeah.
Sure. But yeah, I don't think like if you rank high, like what does it mean? Like your stock market is high, so
No.
they bought
So
a lot of their stocks.
I think I read about it. So you make money through the game, right, by selling stocks. But basically, money kind of becomes redundant, I think, in the game because there's only a certain you have a limited amount of stocks you can have. It's not like you can hold 1 million stocks if you have the money for it. You have to buy stock, you have to buy places to own stocks with real money or these diamond things that are like a rare currency in the game. So there's a limited amount of stocks you can own. And then you end up with a surplus of money, right? If you do smart transactions. So you use that surplus of money to give them to the members in this way so that they rank higher in these events. So she ranked high in this event, but I really don't know what the reward is. It says that they're going to have a little event I think that's what Mio Maru had. You know, her event where they had a stockholders meeting?
Yeah.
I think that's the reward. But I don't know how they decided the members for this because we were talking about this before, but we don't really know the other two.
The third one is one of the cute 16th gen.
Ah, okay. Well, you know about it.
And then fourth is Yueri, so only the second one is as much of a nobody as I know.
Okay, I see. Yeah, all right. But I don't really remember why. I saw this on Twitter. Her fans, her fans were trying to get her up in this game, obviously. And at one point they apologized for ranking her first or something. I have no idea why you would apologize for that. Anyway, I just found that funny.
Same day, so we've got the covers for the SKEncore guidebook. Junior Center. So yeah, I've seen many people upset for some reasons, but yeah.
But you should be happy. Yoshimin's on the cover, the center.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're upset. Yes, she's center because she's gonna be number 1. So.
Yeah, and she's pretty much the favorite to win. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the reason to be upset would be that they put I don't know, Machalin instead of Nao or Chuli, for example.
Yeah, that would be
the chance, or instead of Moeka, I don't know, but
Sari isn't there either. If you look from last year.
She's on the back. She's on the back with the other SKEs. The SKEs, they just put them on the back.
Yeah, now he's on the back. Yunana.
Shuri's on the back.
At least Okaberin is on the front, so I'm not gonna complain too much.
Woo!
Yeah. Also on the same day, the previews for the various music videos for the new AKB single were released, including the song for the Center Shiken, which of course Pierce and Yuki-chan are in. Which, Pierce's first quote-unquote senbatsu song.
Wait, they actually, this is crazy. They actually got a song for this?
Yeah, the first.
Yeah, I didn't
I didn't know. I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. When I was looking at the news, I'm like, oh, there's a PV, really?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It has been a running joke in the S stages recently that Pierce is not Senbatsu member, so she's never there. And,
yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice for Pierce and of course for Yuki-chan.
Yeah.
Because since they are quite some popular member, I need, I guess.
Yeah.
To watch it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
On the 14th, so we've got profile and videos for Julina and Yucatan in the Produce 48. So that's in Korean, of course. So we didn't put it in the news, but with Produce 48, we've got a lot of new things. So we've got videos, they did their appeal videos. They did pretty much this weird wink. It's weird
on the appeal video did danced and on Akapin Hill. I don't remember what Yucatan did.
Me neither, but in two
they did tongue twisters. Yucatan did the tongue fast things in Japanese and in Korean.
A funny thing on the profiles is that it's written the training period, which makes sense for the Korean trainees, but here Julina has a training period of 9 years and 11 months.
Yeah, did you also say how they didn't put Julina's weight?
All right.
They put her height, but they didn't put her weight.
did that for some other members as well. That's fine.
And they had their first performance, so on Korean TV, on net. So yeah, we could see
Oh
like
my God,
pretty
yeah.
much a good idea of like the evaluation results. So pretty much if the member is near the front, they pretty much had a good evaluation. It doesn't really mean anything. Like it's pretty much.
Is it only about the front or also like the points of the triangle?
Pretty much like
it seems like a good position if they are on another point, because sometimes they have the camera directly on them. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because pretty much if you're on the platform, so like for the performance we had 2 platforms with 2 centers, so one Japanese, one Korean, and at the end, like after the half of the show, you had members like at the bottom, like not in the platform. Those girls, yeah, they are on the lower ranks.
And Yucatan, she was.
I have no idea. I haven't seen Yucatan, but like there's a lot of members I haven't seen. Like there's too many girls already to see anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, Julina, we saw her. She was on the platform, so pretty much she got a good rank. But yeah,
she got a lot of screen time. Yeah.
And like pretty much it doesn't really mean anything. It suggests like when the show is going to begin, like the 2 first episodes are going to be evaluations. Like so, I don't think it's going to be solo evaluation. So I think they're going in groups, and like the coaches are just like putting a ranking on her, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Did they hire Sugai Sensei?
We've seen Yukidin like going in Korea, but I don't think like she's pretty much sure she's not a member here. So I maybe she's like a coach or something. No idea. It will be weird not to have a Japanese coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, a while back, Kirishima Ami reached the 365 days of continuous showrooms, so it was decided she will get her special broadcast on 26th of May, which will be a live broadcast with a couple of fans, I guess the highest ranking fans in her showroom. Yeah, they will go there. I watched the one from Otanao a while back. I guess it's similar to this. And yeah, let's see what she will do there. Probably some games or some fan rewards or something like this.
So yeah, she's doing it like every morning, mainly.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she's a second girl with another chan to have that. So yeah, good for her.
Yeah, it's cool.
On the 15th, so we've got Don-chan who met the Sano City mayor. So it's like the continuing of the Sano brand Hime. We've like the usual thing she does, really like with the firemen, for example, or the police department. And it was like pretty much a support event, kind of, for SKEncore. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, then on the 15th, on the team stage, Wan-chan Inazaka non-segregation. Yeah, I was watching it from the lobby, and I expected her to graduate somewhere this year, but to be honest, more like November or so. So, of course, it came pretty much as a shock. Like, from what I heard from the other Wan-chan, they were pretty surprised by it too. I mean, she didn't enter SKEncore this year, but she gave us another reason for this. So, yeah, it was really surprising. Her last activity will be end of June. So the last handshake actually is currently set to be this weekend, so on the 27th, even though she's still scheduled for once in June, so it's not clear if they will be there or not. But yeah, all the other activities will end on 30th of June. Yeah, with that, there's just 1 4th gen left in Team S. And she didn't say yet what she will do after it. She just said she will wants to move forward towards the next stream, which I kind of take as she will stay in some sort of entertainment industry, even though I have no idea what.
Yeah, because like did she even like mention what she wants to do?
No, she just said I will move forward to my next stream.
I mean, like in her idol life, like ever.
In her profile, she's saying that she wants to be an actress. I don't know if it's still up to date. I don't know how often they change this, but maybe she
and
will
a lot
try
of
something like
members
this.
like just put that, but yeah.
Yeah, so time will see. Maybe I'll ask her next weekend. But yeah, so far
Yeah,
she's
like
not bad.
that's the happy thing about it. Like you're going to be there at least for the graduation. I think not a
No,
lot
I
of.
won't probably. The thing is, I will leave Japan on the 21st of June, and we have SKEncore and Tenchik event on the 16th and 17th. And then there's just 3 days between, and I don't think they do a stage right after SKEncore, so I probably miss it, but I at least will be there for the last Tenchik. So
Yeah, and you can say goodbye. Like not a lot of international fans can do that in
For once, my
SKE
time
because
isn't too bad.
it's
Yeah.
so fast. Like it's a month, so like very little chance you can just go to Japan and say goodbye.
Yeah, we are currently scrambling to organize all the stuff. Like we have 1 week to organize the banners and so on for the farewell for the handshake event. But yeah.
And we'll have a new sub-captain in Team S. So
Maybe Chikako again.
Yeah, I'm thinking Shikeko.
yeah, it will be kind of weird.
Or Yokonyan.
Maybe Yokonyan, actually, yeah.
Yokonyan, I think it's a good lead, or Juna if she's like pretty much staying.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
the thing. We don't know about Juna.
Yeah, it's the other thing. Like who's like going this year or next year? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I know that Yokonyan has been with Wanchan like the moral committee, also who was looking after that everyone behaves properly. So this would make sense.
They've been looking very well after Suzuran.
For example, Suzuran. But yeah, it was.
Like Yokonyan was pretty much a leader in FGN, so it would make sense, I think.
Yeah. But the good thing is, it was like not a sad graduation announcement. She was pretty smart. She was smiling all the time. The next day, it was also like she was actually laughing about all the sad faces of her Oshis in the audience, because she was like, "Hey, I have still 1 month. Try to laugh."
Because when she announced his graduation, it was Miyomaru and Honoka were crying a lot.
Yeah,
and
Honoka
like.
was...
And pretty much she pretty much said like it's idol, so yeah, we have to graduate and it's not sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like Lan said, well, she was kakoi when she said that.
It was nice to see. Like many members wrote lots of blogs about it. Yokonyan especially also wrote a pretty long one. There was a feature on SK Mobile about all these blogs and so on, which is nice to see. But yeah, I guess she's pretty important behind the scenes, so we will see how this turns out, especially towards the younger members. But yeah. Also, in the next news, we got the SKEncore posters for the upcoming SKEncore. I think most of them look really good. I personally like II's the most, but it's probably biased.
Surprise.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I like the color tone and looks pretty cool.
Sure.
I like Mio the most. She's showing her legs. So.
Yeah. I like Churi's the most. A lot of just like a lot of her. Actually, her and Maya is actually almost the same kind of poster. They just put a bunch of themselves, like mini versions of themselves on the posters.
Almost is a bit boring. I like Naruto with the K2 costume, the Kizashi costume.
Yeah, she's wearing it in the appeal video as well.
Yeah, and also Isolin's is cute with all the little otters.
Yeah. But again, same as on the appeal video. Like most members actually, they didn't wear the same costume on the appeal at all. But these two did now as well, but she was more weird than anything else.
Yeah, I also was wearing the same one.
So next day we've got the news. So Mikumi Popos is going to be in a Monomane Grand Prix. show. So it's going like it's a show on Golden Time. So it's actually like a very big deal, and like pretty much on the Matome, everyone was super surprised. So yeah, it's on Nippon Telebi Golden Time. Like it's actually, so it's tomorrow. Didn't know when it was going to be. So yeah, like I have no idea how they got it there for that. So it's pretty much.
She does Mayuyu in Magiska Gakuen, but does she do anything else? Because I'm not sure how many people know about this character.
Yeah, that's what I was like wondering about, because yeah, it's pretty much a niche thing. It's not even like Mayu is Mayu in Gakuen, so it's pretty much you have to know that. But she does Lola too.
All right.
And
this one
yeah, and I don't even remember her name. Like, it's super famous actor. Her first name is Haruka, but I don't even remember. Like, it's pretty much the. Yeah. So she does an imitation of her in a drama too. So yeah, very big deal. So it's going to be male gaining versus female gaining. So yeah, so we don't really know the rest of the cast. But yeah, pretty surprising. Like, she can even be in there. So I think the last time a member aside from Junior was on like a national show on Golden Time is it's been a while, I think. But yeah, very, very good for her and very surprising.
By the way, sorry, no Photoshop this week. I've been busy.
You could have used the previous picture we used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then so there are lots of random events that we don't really know about this week. So this one for Nao, Suda, and Barbecue for a brand called Gatsby. I don't know what it is.
That's the deodorant thing, right?
Yeah, deodorant. Yeah, it's like some Febreze kind of thing. Yeah.
So is it barbecue center, because she talked about
exactly.
you should wear some before going to handshakes.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny that we got a promotion, like a tie-up with some deodorant thing because she repeatedly, how many times has Kautan said that, by the way, that her fans smell like crap?
I think once or twice.
I think it's like every year. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe once or twice.
Same Oshi, same fans.
I can't. I wasn't there yet. Also, Yuzuki, Saki-Pao, and Jun participated on an event for the Tunichi Dragons. In Gaishi Hall, it was announced they will be like partnering up, so it's, I guess, the first result of it. We have some more events with them coming up too. No. And then on 17th, during the, I think it was Team Isho? Yeah, Team Isho.
It was
Kaho's
Kaho's Seitansai.
It was announced that we get a new single sold on July 4th. And Senbatsu is relatively as expected, I guess. We have
so Luca's out.
Yeah.
Luca's out, and we got Ochan and Kaho's in.
No, for Zlata is out because of her hiatus.
Yeah. I was actually wondering. I was with Chris, and we were wondering, who else is missing apart from Ruka? Oh yeah, Lala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like they announced it because it was Chaos Setensai, because it's pretty weird. We just had like 2 big concerts when they could have like announced that. So yeah, I was super surprised to see a single announcement at the end of a Koen. But yeah, makes sense with Chaos first Senbatsu. So they're making like a big deal out of it, like they did with Naki pretty much. So very good, and like on Twitter, pretty much someone there's a like pretty easy way to see how they chose Senbatsu. It's pretty much like the biggest angel sellers for the next AKB single, I think.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much okay. Like you, like there's not even no discussion to have. Like
actually, that was for the SKE single. That was for the SKE single, not the
that's
the AKB single. Yeah, that was for the past SKE single. Because for the AKB single, most of these people sold out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing, what I really don't like about this, they have like 2 open spots in Senbatsu, and they still don't take the chance like to at least put in 1 more S member. They're always complaining like, yeah, it's too bad we don't have any S in Senbatsu, but when there are open spots like Yokonyan or so, in my opinion, would also be fine for Senbatsu, but of course,
yeah, like
just
pretty much
increase even more.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
yeah.
Matome, like the comments, but pretty much the same thing. Like it's a very safe, very very safe Senbatsu. Like Hikaho's makes all the sense in the world. Ochan, we all said like when we introduced them, it was the next one to go in Senbatsu. So really no surprise. So yeah, they could have tried like I think like Luchan.
Yeah.
Or Yokonyan or Mio, yeah, one of the
especially Yokonyan, probably because they said it's gonna be a dance single apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they said it's gonna be like something that feels really SKE, and the choreography is difficult. It took them like 9 hours to shoot the MV. So I don't know how long it takes usually to shoot an MV. But I think it's Truly who talked about it, and it seemed to be really long compared to usual.
Yeah.
Also, that's most likely why they put Julina Center as well.
Yeah, and it's probably the single for the 10th anniversary, so they won't. I don't. They will release another one.
But it's still early. They could release one 3 months later, or even if they release the next one in November, like start to promote it in October, like right at the time of the anniversary. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Or not.
Exactly.
Like this one is the one which leads towards the anniversary, I'd say.
Yeah. But I'm super excited about it because like 2 weeks ago they broadcasted some digest of the SoloCon. So there were the group songs and perf by 6 members. So there's like only 5 minutes of new footage. It's not even new footage from the SoloCon. It's just the members talking for like a minute about the performance they are gonna do. But so I rewatched some of them, and Julina is doing a Akaipin Hill at the end.
Yeah.
And actually, when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is it's completely different from what we see in the theater every week. Like there's like just no discussion that on this kind of song. And before that, actually, she did Escape, Uza, and Dear Jay, I believe.
Yeah.
And like she's so good on these kind of songs that if they do, so hopefully it will be a new song like similar to Escape or to River or Uza.
I hope so too.
And she's just perfect for that. So I'm glad that it's her and not Yunana, even if I prefer Yunana.
Yeah. Also,
for a song like that.
With this announcement, it kind of makes sense that we got the gradation announcement from Wanchan now before the next sales for the handshake starts.
Yeah.
Maybe we get some more because of that. Depends.
Yeah,
I would be surprised about 2 or 3 more.
I read Ruka's blog, by the way, where she talked about not, because she's the one dropped out, and we really know why Lala was dropped out. So Ruka talked about how she kind of, like she really knew she wasn't going to get picked for this one because she was talking about how her performance wasn't very good for the past, ever since she was put on Igai ni Mango. She says that she's gotten pretty depressed because she feels that she can't compete with the other Senbatsu members. Like she feels like when she gets near, like in Senbatsu, you got to be next to the others, and she feels pretty depressed when she has to compare herself to the other Senbatsu members.
Yeah.
And she feels like she can't compete with them and compare. So it was a bad, she said it was a bad kind of period for her. So when she found out she didn't get in when everyone else but her, who was part of Senbatsu, got selected to go to shoot the MV, and she didn't. So she knew there that she didn't get picked, and she felt like it was a bit of a relief for her, because she wasn't really enjoying the Senbatsu. She's like, obviously Senbatsu is important and it's really good, but it wore down on her, it seems.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine this. By the way, they shot the video on the 16th, right the day before the announcement, apparently.
Apparently it's shot in the eastern part of Japan, in Kanto, somewhere. But we're not sure where. So people are like, oh, it's somewhere in Tokyo, but they said Kanto. So like in some of the members' mails, they mentioned they were in Kanto. So.
Okay.
Why would they go there for like a 10th anniversary?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's not the 10th anniversary. Exactly, because I heard that I'm like, well, why are they in Kanto for the 10th anniversary? Exactly. So.
No.
So yeah, so there's going in sale in July, so just after the SKEncore, and pretty much like I've seen pretty much like Igaini Mango last year, same thing, single just after the SKEncore.
Yeah.
So yeah, sales wise maybe we'll see something, but like with Igaini Mango it sold like very very well. So
Yeah.
The thing is that Mumo just continues to sell until right before the handshake events. So
yeah, but like
that
even,
really helps. Yeah.
But even first week was very good for Igaini Mango too. So
yeah, let's hope the best.
Well, we'll see. Well, I mean, this SKEncore's in Nagoya, so I assume people want to spend more money this year than say last year, for example.
At least they don't have to buy a flight or a hotel. At least the local fans.
Yeah, and like we've seen like the SKE is the group who sold the most slots for the handshake. So for the SKEncore, like in comparison, like it's 60% sold out or something like that. I don't even know what round it was. So yeah, pretty much we could see SKE like putting a lot of efforts in SKEncore this year. Yeah.
It was after the second resale, I think, that we saw the numbers. So like almost the end. There's like three rounds of resales only, and after the second one, it's pretty much finished.
By the way, they actually added more slots. They added even more slots for SK members for the SKEncore handshakes, just because they've sold out so many. Yeah. Oh. But like if because they've added them for all groups, but SK has by far the most.
Yeah, but like, especially like they when they added also an event in Nagoya on the next day, I guess they knew that they should add a bit more for SK than for others.
Well, the thing is, they didn't add them on the next day. So like, I don't know, like they didn't add many. So most members actually don't have many slots on the next day, and they didn't add any more that day. So.
Okay.
And yeah, for like the only thing like when they announced it like the Senbatsu, and when they announced like during a center like the theater was like, so it was a team E perf, so like they really screamed for team E members, not much for the rest. And yeah, when they announced during the center, I was like, oh, and like Juna like said it afterward, like, okay, what's with the reaction when we announced me in the center?
Looks like there's people think like us, Jeff. It's okay. We're not alone.
We are the silent minority. People who like to see us.
But yeah, can I just say personally how happy I am that they kept Naki on the.
It's actually very surprising. I think we all said like last time, like, okay, it's probably going to be like just a one time thing with Naki.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But to her credit, her fans have really gone all out. Like Maya's fans, to be honest, both Maya and Naki's fans have gone pretty hard out. You know, like the fans have to kind of try and sell out as much as they can and buy as much as they can when they do get into Senbatsu, because you want to keep that, and they did keep it, and good for them, and yeah, I mean, just personally, I think it makes perfect sense who they add, Kaho and Ochan.
We saw a picture of 15 members in the theater. So I think it was Yunana who was missing. Yeah. And Julina was center with Suda and Soda around her, and Nao and Chuli at both ends of the first row. So I don't know if it's supposed to be the real position, and like I don't know, Yunana is there are 6 people on the second row with Yunana. Or what? Okay. But yeah, if it's Suda and Soda around Julina, I'm gonna be a bit disappointed.
All right.
Yeah. Let's move to the next news.
Ryoha and and actually Nagisa as well at their last stage with Team 4. So now they did graduate from AKB. We saw pictures of Ryoha removing her picture from the AKB theater. So yeah, they had a small ceremony for them at the end. So it was the senshuraku of the stage, since they are starting the new stages with the shuffled teams soon.
Yeah. Then on the 19th, we had first a showroom where all the appeal comments were shown, and of course later in the evening they were also released on YouTube. Yeah, I guess this year's highlight is Shuri. There's no way to beat
Yeah,
this.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's not many highlights this year actually.
No, we're really not. Yeah.
It was really boring. Even Tani managed to be boring.
I never watch like any appeal videos, like at all. Not even my Oshi. I don't care. I like the posters too. I pretty much don't give a shit, really.
Yeah.
Most members were just talking like on some the usual things. Like Yumana tried to do something funny. Not sure if she succeeded. No, was weird, and I don't know. She had like 20 things to eat in front of her. Almost choked on the second and gave up at half of the third one. No, there was not many interesting things. Sato Kao was dressed as a nurse, okay, but that's same as every handshake. So
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the other groups yet. I just watched like 7 members. It seemed to be just as boring.
Yeah. I watched my Oshi, and that's it.
Makiko tried to do something. It was not really fair. Airi as well.
Junior did some wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
What I want to say is they translated the videos below in the description.
Oh my god,
so
bad.
Horrible.
It's Google Translate level.
Yeah. Good job, AKB. Good job.
Actually, it's funny. Today, I just want to mention this. Shuri today, she was Google translating some of the people's comments they were leaving in English. And someone said like, yeah, so anyway, so she translated someone who said like, I vote for this dork every year. And she was like, oh, someone's calling me an idiot, and like a baka, and like she didn't really understand it. It's funny.
Yeah, I saw your tweet.
Okay, and then to finish, so a bunch of random events. If someone knows anything about this one I don't even know what's the title or what.
Nope. I'm looking at it right now, but I have no idea what the hell this is.
Then there's some Zebra Angel thing with a non-style guy. So yeah, I guess they have a new pachinko machine, something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw that, but I have no idea. Yeah.
Then we had Suda and Obamina at some event with kids. Voilà. And then maybe you know about the last one, something that had to do with Laguna.
Yeah, so they had another, so the same one that I went to before with Maya and some other members, so True Maya and other members. They basically had the same one. So this is for the 3D theater again, but they just had other members this time. So they had Yuzuki, Nao-chan, Ego-chan, Ruka, and Jurina. So yeah, and it was the same thing. They had a little talk show event with the same MC and some other comedian guy who I don't know. He wasn't there the first time. And yeah, so I don't know much about this. They played around in the park after, and I think it's for the 3D theater anyway.
Yeah.
And the Churi camera thing there too. Yep.
Yeah, and last news. So there was some sort of vote for a towel design, something tied with zero position. If anyone knows anything about this.
I haven't watched it in a while.
Oh, there's I've seen this. I have no idea what it is, but you can vote for like these designs that members made, I think. And then like one of the towels gets picked, I think. So one of them looks like Churi's. Like number 8 is probably Churi's, from what people have been saying. But
yeah, because they didn't say who made each of them. Right?
Which is kind of nice, so you don't just vote for Yoshi's design, but really for the design you like most.
Well, unless you know, yeah. Well, okay. I wonder who number 4 is. Like, look at that one. Like, I wonder who could have drawn that one. It's clearly Yokonyane. And yeah, number 5 looks like something Ego-chan would draw or something, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, then let's move to the related members.
Yeah. So Masana is being very active. She's going to be assistant MC on some radio show. I believe it's a radio show. I'm not sure actually. Or is it on a live stage? No, I think it's on live stage actually. Some kind of cheerleading competition or something like that. And then she's gonna do a radio. Gonna be on Churi's radio show.
So they did that. So this was 2 days ago. They did basically what they did is they had a so Churi has this. So Churi has her own radio show every Saturday night. And she always has guests on. Sometimes she has graduate members. So she's had Irene on it. She's had Anna, Toshida Anna, on it. She's had Madoka, I think. Anyway, she's had a bunch of grad members go on there, and she's also had non-grad members. So I think I can't remember. I feel like Miki T went on there too. Anyway, I'm probably wrong, but anyway, so she has lots of members go on. Anyway, so Oya Masana is just the latest in this long line of members who go on her show. And when they usually, whenever they have this guest, they usually make it a live event, a live recording, and it's always held in Tokyo. So I've never been to them, but it's always in Ikebukuro, in the Sunshine Building, and so you go there and there's a live recording, and then they have a little. They talk a bit after the recording, and so they were fans were asking questions to Churi and Masana.
It's live, like the audience is in the same room, or they are like behind the glass wall.
Same room as them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no glass. They're in the same room, and you just have to be quiet. You start shouting. Yeah. So one fan asked Masana what she feels like, because Churi and Ego-chan, like, how do you feel when you see Churi and Ego-chan flirt? And I actually don't remember what Masana's reaction was, but I think it was a funny one. Anyway.
Then, so Madoka is going to have an event called Ume Jam 2018 in Nagoya. It's in a live house, so apparently she's gonna sing again. I think it's the first time she's gonna do an event like that since her grad. So it's interesting to see what's gonna happen. I hope it's not just gonna be a talk show about cars and like that, but it's a live house. Also, like Jam is a brand. I don't know, a brand or a company or a project that produces idol shows usually. So.
Oh, I thought Jam meant like a jam.
You think it's not? It's not from Jam, but just. I'm not sure actually.
Because it says Ume Jam da. So I thought. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, no, I thought it was like at Jam because they are called like Jam Tale 2008 or Jam something, and this one would be Ume Jam. And there's always a year after, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Anyway, in Nagoya, July 14th, French National Day. Well.
Maybe I'll go. I don't know.
Then we have Matsui Rena starring in a movie. I don't think she has a main role. I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone knows something about this. Otherwise, we'll skip to Irene.
Yeah. So, personally, this is actually this was unannounced, I'm pretty sure. But Irene was at. Yeah, it was. She just showed up unannounced to. There was this little MC thing about I'm actually not really sure what the it was about like selling some kind of product. It was like some kind of product event for Gundam. So I'm actually a fan of Gundam, thanks to Irene. But she's always kind of had little tie-ups with Gundam ever since she met the voice actor for the biggest Gundam character, who's just kind of made his whole career off Gundam. He was kind of her hero, and she met him at the end of. They had a tie-up. I forget what single this was, but like there was a behind-the-scenes thing after the single where each member met someone who's like supposed to be close to them, like close to their interests or something. Anyway, so Irene met this guy, and it was like a big moment because it led to her getting more and more work with the Gundam franchise. So like last year or 2 years ago, she started selling shirts for them. Like she did a collab where she started selling her own Gundam shirts, and now she had this little talk show event thing, really out of nowhere, where they're kind of doing this advertisement for a new episode of the anime, this OVA thing, and it was like they had a voice actress for the show, and they had some other person, and then they had like this comedian and her, and just doing this little event. So really odd. Yeah.
The guy next to her, we only see the arm, but it's the costume of the most recognizable character in.
Yeah. So exactly. So that was the that's not the voice actor of the, but yeah, that's a character that the popular voice actor did, which she met anyway. So she in the past, I don't know if you remember, but she advertised their like a big car for them, like the Gundam car when they released that is like such a marketing thing. Anyway. All right, so let's go theaters. Let's go.
Yeah, finding the new setup. And here's that.
10-15 minutes. So.
yeah, 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah.
So on the 7th, we've got Arai Yuki Seitensai, full K2 lineup. So something as every year, so like pretty much since her first Seitensai, she said she didn't like her Seitensai, so pretty much she doesn't like to give a speech by herself. So pretty much, I think the ripping I know the most about Arai Yuki. It was pretty much one of the first Seitensai when she was giving a speech, and I think that is saying like she didn't want to give her speech, and the whole team came to be with her. So it's becoming better years after years. So the letter was by Oshinin. It's pretty funny because they talked again about the 6th generation and D1. So at the beginning, pretty much they didn't like each other, and a big rivalry between the two, and now they're very good friends. Her speech was actually very good at the end. So she thanked her fans and said she gave her like everything she wanted this year. Like, so like she said, everything she asked for, SKEncore rank, the multiple Passion for You events, she ranked in everything.
Yeah.
And and this time for SKEncore, she said she, like, without relying too much on her fans, she wanted, like, with her own strength, gaining a Senbatsu spot. So pretty much the same thing with Yuki-chan. She's, like, popularity-wise, I think she's up there. She to enter Senbatsu, but yeah, like being in K2 is not going to help her at all.
No, it's not. Yeah,
to make
it
in
help.
Senbatsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the display, by the way?
I didn't see it.
What was the what?
The display in front of the theater. Yeah, a kimono, an umbrella.
Okay, this one.
Traditional Japanese stuff. So yeah, I don't know why.
Because she's from Kyoto, and she always she posts pictures sometimes in her clothing. Yeah, but she's from Kyoto. So.
Okay.
So as she said, like with every vote event, like her fans, every time they made their in. So yeah, with Senbatsu, it's not a vote thing. So she pretty much, like, her fans, of course, are going to help on that, but she pretty much says she has by herself to do the work to make it in. So yeah, very good speech.
Yeah. Next we have Don-chan Seitensai.
Dungeon Seitensai. So when I saw the lineup, like first thing I saw was pretty much okay. There's like a ton of Kohai, like who don't even know Dungeon. So I pretty much feared what happened, and what happened is like a Seitensai without what I like the most, like stories about the members, and everything. So like it was the first perf. So like there was like a lot of things in this in this stage. So first perf was regular for Ami, Kohaku, and Ono-chan. So you have like Earthand. It was the first ender for Likolin and Ayaha. So we've got their fans too. And the first ender in E for Yusuke. So pretty much like a lot of members like Likolin, Ayaha, Yuzuki don't know Donchan at all. And pretty much I think Ami like either don't really know them. We've got also enders for Aina and Miku. So like pretty much like half the team is not like I'd say old school, old team E. So what do we had? So Ochan member for Kimino CW, and it's pretty much done a done thing now. Like pretty much every E shows after that. It has always been. So she's undering for Lala. Pretty sure now. Like the other members, like Kohaku, Nodo-chan, Ami, it's not very sure for now. Like they done, like Ami, for example, she's done Hungry Lion and Kimino CW, so not very sure what unit she's supposed to be in. Nodo-chan in 1994 too. So yeah, Kohaku in the even remember the unit with Kaho and Naki.
Yeah.
Sexy unit. Yeah. So like pretty much like when I love in the Seitensai is when pretty much every MC is about the birthday girls, and it was not the case at all. Like in the introduction MC, like they talked about a little bit about her. The unit MC, it was about the first time they entered. No, not even that. It was pretty much question time for Kohaku, because it was our first perf as regular. And like I think we've got an MC who was pretty much questioned about Danchan. But yeah, I mean, not very focused on her. Like screen time wise, it was pretty good. So, but yeah, I think like in MCs and stuff, for me it was very light on Danchan. The letter was from Kaotan.
Lucky her.
But like this year, and she talked about it in her speech too. Like when she went to the competition, the gaming competition. Like Kaotan, she really helped her. And Kaotan, she said when they asked the members, okay, who wanted to participate, and she saw that Danchan was the only one who tried. So she helped her, like she went with her in Osaka and stuff. She made her first costume, I think, not her second one, the first one, and helped her in a lot for her performance. And we also had like all the 6th gen and King Kyusei, D1 and King Kyusei. So at the time, like she said, Kaotan was the boss of the King Kyusei at that time, and they had a bad relationship, so she was scared of her. And Kaotan, she said because she was a Hota, and so she thought she wasn't going to stay very long in the group. So funny of that chance too. So for the speech, I think pretty much the same as last year. So it was she wants to ranking SKEncore and things for SKE. So Nagoya Dome and the Kohaku at the end of the year. So nice speech. So she made a letter at time, not to miss anything. So yeah, I think it was a good show, because we've got a lot of things going on in the and Likolin was very good for our ender. Ayaha was pretty much Ayaha as usual, very aloof, we'd say. But yeah, as a Setansai, I was a little disappointed. And like pretty much what I thought when I saw the lineup, like okay, it's going to be very focused on Danchan. It's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, on the next day was Ishikawasaki's Setansai in the Station Gold stage, and I didn't watch it really. I just watched the end. From D3, we had Hono-chan and ID participating, and the only reason I watched the end was because I heard that One-chan wrote the letter, and yeah, the content was more or less that she didn't know much about it before, but apparently Sakhalin asked her to teach her or give her some lessons in dancing so she can under as soon as possible. That's what I meant, that One-chan is probably pretty important, more behind the stages for the younger members. So, but yeah, that's more or less everything there is to say. I'm not sure what Sakhalin said in her speech because I didn't watch that either. I don't know if anyone did.
No.
Okay, then.
Yeah, just like the display in front of the theater seems pretty cheap. And you know, it's like fans have to collect money among themselves to.
Yeah, and those are expensive.
So yeah, compared to some other display we are gonna see later, there's clearly a difference in the number of.
Oh
fans.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know about that. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much like free.
I think that's the poorest display I've ever seen among them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then let's go to the next station stage.
So session girls. So from D3, we've got Honoka again, ID, and Yu. So the first time, and I think I don't know if it was the one before or the one after that. So like for session girls, they were testing centers. So that time it was Nono-chan center. So I'm pretty sure there was a Kohaku center. Don't know what perf it was. And like it was a real decision because Luchan was performing in the show and they put Nono-chan in center. So it's like a good thing. I think they can pretty much because it was regular members and KenQC again. And I think for the first one, it was actually Ego-chan center. But yeah, I really like testing KenQC for centers. So, because like sometimes you can like just find someone who's like very good in center.
Yeah, but for normal stages, they have more or less usually no chance to become center unless there are like lots of regular members sick. So this is the best stage you can try this out.
Yeah, because in like there, I remember Yukonian was center for a time too. So yeah, they pretty much like if you're, I think if you can learn the position, like, and when as Yukonian did, you go to see the staff and say, okay, I know the center position, okay, and they are going to let you to center for a time. One of the things, so for MC, we've got the Ondokai MC, so it was a competition between D3 and the rest of the KenQC. So like I thought like Honoka was going to be great at sports, and like pretty much she was hyping everyone. Okay, I'm super good and everything, but yeah, she seems to be not that good. Like she got beat by Yusuke. So they did like a little sprint, sumo, and I don't remember the second one. But it was pretty good. And yeah, we've got, and it's a series, so we've got that. After that too, people being shocked by Honoka's intro catchphrase. So that time it was Oshinin. Because like, okay, what did you say? Okay. Like in her intro catchphrase, I think she wants to be everyone's bride or something like that.
Yeah, it's because her name is Kozuma, which has the kanji for Tsuma, which is wife in Japanese. So she's asking, will you take me as your wife, in her catchphrase. And since she's 13, even the fans in the theater usually are a bit hesitant to say yes.
So yeah, good show, and as usual, good performance by the 3 members.
Yeah. Okay. Next we have 2 K2 stages.
Yeah, so the noon stage, so Mikoti was the Zenza girl. So it was supposed to be the first under of, not under actually, the first performance, as I remember, of Oshiba Rinka, and her first K2 stage, but yeah, she was not able to learn the stage in time. So they had Kohaku replace her. And actually, I think like maybe none of the 8th gen girl knew the stage because Kohaku had to learn it like right before she didn't sleep because of that.
Well, like some girls, like K2 is pretty much the Kohen when the least 8 member entered for it.
I think maybe no one,
remember
because Coach Chan said it's the first time she had she was a senpai during that stage.
I'm pretty sure Ami's under than Yukonian too, but
maybe
Yukonian did, maybe because Coach Chan wasn't there at the time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Yukonian learned it for sure, and I'm pretty sure Ami has done every Kohen too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of 8th gen who like pretty much there's so few spots. It's not really like a good idea to learn K2 really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because at least Yunana and Chuli were not there. I'm not sure who else exactly. So to replace them, Ruka was on Heart No Dokusenkei, and Sally on Maria. So you can skip it this time.
I think it was Kautan. So she in her blog. So she said Kohaku had to like she didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Like and she had to learn all night the stage. So yeah, good job for her.
Quite a few girls talked about Kohaku during their introduction, and then during the half team MC again. Then the evening show was Oshin Seitan Sai. So yeah, I don't know much about her, so I'm not sure what her display is about. Anyway. So she was the Zenza girl, of course, and then she got a letter from Yuki. So as Yuki mentioned in her letter, like you wrote your letter 4 days ago, so now I'm writing one back to you. Well, I didn't really listen to the speech, so I'm not sure what.
Did anyone else listen to it or?
No, didn't watch the 2K2 shows.
Okay.
Do you think I still watch K2?
No, not really. Yeah, and
was not there, so.
Then we can go to the next
there
one.
were way too many theater shows to watch.
Yeah, we had lots of it. Yeah, next was the SKEncore stage on the 14th, which actually was my first stage I ever saw in the theater because I won a Kianmachi. And SKEncore is a pretty boring stage, mostly because you can't do any calls for half of the songs, neither members' names nor mix or anything. But this time we had no D3 members. But Yucatan was there, which was really nice. And the MCs were really, really good this time. Like at first, first
one
the
specifically was very good.
Yeah.
First, the MC after Amino Dobbitsen, they were talking about which kind of pets they want to have. And usually they had like, I want this. Leona said, for example, she wants to have a tiger because she likes them. And then there was Yucatan who was like, I want to have Chibiami. And she was saying that maybe it's because of the influence of a certain senpai I had that I start to like the younger members. So we can guess that Suchan completely destroyed her. Yeah, and then they were doing the MC about comparing each other to stuff in classrooms, which like they compared each other to all kinds of things. And then Miyomaru was just, I think Aina is some sort of roller where you collect the gum that's left over from a eraser. After Japan, they have special rolls to collect this, and she's like, Aina's like this, but don't you really use this? Isn't it unnecessary? And of course, then Aina answer was, do you saying I'm useless? No. So yeah, this was a really hilarious MC. Also, it was funny, Donchan said this in her introduction, when both for Gaishi concert and the Saitama Super concert, when she wanted to go backstage, she was asked by the security, whatever, to show her ID because they thought she was a staff member. So it's not only she didn't know, but it's spreading to Donchan too. Also, it was nice to see Yuki-chan in Blue Rose because the costumes are very good for this, for her, let's say. Yeah. Next, we had the before mentioned Team S stage with the one chance gradation. It was the first time full Team S since eternity.
The full, you mean full except Juliana, or?
Well, we had 16 members without any others.
Okay.
So in this way, full.
So no Jurina.
No Jurina, of course. And I think someone else must be missing too because we have 18 members currently. But I'm not sure who. But yeah, they were like really hyped up, the fans too and the members too. Maybe because the members already know because everyone's will leave, but the MCs and during the songs they were super energetic. And for the intro MC, it was really funny. Susan said she was on the way back from Tokyo in Shinkansen, and next to her was a guy sitting in a Suzuran t-shirt for the whole time, and she didn't notice her. And even worse, she looked at his phone and he was looking at Minadon's Twitter. Or he was looking at Minadon's Twitter. So just imagine you are the fan who just came, you are one who just came back from Tokyo and you hear her saying this. And I bet this guy must hate himself by now for not noticing. I know I would do.
I would think Suzuran would be the type to say something in that situation, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe they.
I guess they can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Of
course, she was joking. Said like. Yeah, and she said like if you like see me, you can talk to me. So yeah.
This
guy messed up really bad.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Lucha was the center for this one, even though Machi was there. So I guess either they are changing it time to time or Lucha just won it. And yeah, since the last two stages, they do a joke in Aino Rule where one of the members doesn't want to do it anymore and gives up. And this time was one chance turn. She just put on this kindergarten hat and said, yeah, from now on I want to be an immortal character and so on. It was really adorable. Yeah, that's we talked about the gradation announcement already, so I guess we don't need this anymore. That was a really nice stage to watch.
Yeah, we've got some D3 members for Backdancer.
Right. They're performing now. That's why Hono-chan was actually there in the end when she said, I really want to perform with One-chan on stage. So One-chan said, yeah, I will teach you from now on so you can appear. Yeah, next day we had another team stage, which I was afraid that might be about the atmosphere because it's just one day after the inauguration announcement, but it was also a really funny stage, and they did a Twin Tail stage, so everyone was doing Twin Tails, so naturally a super cute stage. Yuzuki ended because, yeah, Suzan wasn't there, and of course Jurina and someone else, I'm not sure who. Yeah, this time it was Aya's turn for Ainurul, so she said she wants to do more cute songs and not the cool ones. And yeah, as for MCs, they were talking about places they want to visit. Piosu, of course, said she wants to visit Germany because I guess everyone by now knows that she's a hardcore fan of that. And Wanchan said she wants to go to Indonesia because apparently she kind of looks Indonesian to some people. I don't know where this comes from, but this apparently happened during last year's Sosenkyo. Lu-chan wants to go to Okinawa because she went there for some school trip, and she dropped a glass of super nice sand, which she wanted to buy, and so she wants to go now. And Machi wants to go surfing somewhere nice, and she Googled it apparently, which nice beaches they have, and it was something with HA, and they couldn't remember. They figured it was either Havana, Panama, or somewhere else, and in the end they just said, yeah, Mexico. It's like a typical Machi slipping fail, but really funny. And yeah, all in all, really, really nice stage. In the end, it was a bit weird because they couldn't figure out the order for the farewell. So half of you could see even some members were afraid there would be another announcement, because like Nojima wanted to say the normal before we say goodbye, we will all send you off and so on and so on. And then I think One-Shot interrupted her for something, and it was a bit messy. So everyone was shocked and afraid, but turned out fine. Yep. Next day we had Satoko Seitensai.
So yeah, so it was Shina's first ender. So I think she's the first D3 to ender, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, like very fast. Like she's learned 2 stages already. Nothing really to say about her performance. Like she wasn't like in a good way. I'd say so. She wasn't lost or anything. So she's done like the 2 perf in the 19th too. So I don't really get her for now. I don't really know what her character is, but at least like performance-wise, it's solid. So nothing to say about that. For the unit, so we've got so it's funny because they had Donchan in the MC for the first ender story. So like the D1 didn't ender like when they were King QC, I'd say. So we've got some very old ender story like from 2 or 3 stages ago. And I don't remember who it was. I think it was Leonas talking about Anna being scary in Kitsu, and pretty much so she was okay. Like Leona was scared to be like too bad to perform, and Anna no, there's a lot of girls who are bad too, so don't worry.
Candidates.
The letter was from Mikoti, so Mikoti is like a big fan of Karo, like for forever.
I remember the promotion.
So she was like she said, like for the promotion, she was disappointing. She wasn't going to go to K2. And yeah, the letter was read by Makiko. Like for the speech, of course, she cried a lot because yeah, Satoka was going to cry at Seitensai, so for her own Seitensai is going to be worse. It's pretty funny because like she already knew she was in Senbatsu, so like for her speech, she like couldn't like talk about it. So it was pretty weird to have like the announcement after that. So she didn't touch on that at all, of course. And talked about SKEncore, of course, and how she likes the team members. And yeah, so at the end of the show, we've got the announcement of the new Senbatsu. Yeah, very good Seitensai. Like pretty much like the first Seitensai in Team E, so like pretty much same thing. Not a lot of stories about her yet.
Okay, next we have...
the display is...
oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Like the best display ever. I've never seen anything like that.
I've never seen anything better. Yeah, it's really amazing.
Well, the one for Lisako's graduation was, in my opinion, even better because they had even more stuff going on there. But this, especially the lighting one's sick quality. It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry, I totally forgot. I don't even know what that one was. So.
Yeah, they had like a complete room with tons of cupboards and books and pictures and all this.
Anyway, like this one is just fantastic. Like everything about it is just really, really great. And how much
super
money?
high
Like
quality.
wow, like how much did this cost?
Yeah, I know how much one chance costs, and this it was really small compared to this one. So
yeah,
they paid a shitload for sure.
Wow, it's fucking nice.
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah. Okay, then next we have another Station Girls. Another one I entered actually because of Gamachi. This one we had somebody, D3 members, Hono-chan, Yu, and Heidi, who were there. And well, this time it was Don-chan's turn to be, and Leona's turn to be shocked by her catchphrase, as we said before. They weren't on stage when she did the catchphrase, but they repeated it in a later MC. So Don-chan was like, yeah, when I perform Blue Rose, I always get a character behind the stage, like the cool gangster style character. And then I heard like Tsuma, and I guess when you know Don-chan, you can imagine the face she was doing. It's really hilarious reaction for that. Miyomaru got ignored for most MCs. Like, first one was, who do you want to take as your girlfriend? And everyone was like, yeah, I want this and this. And then Miyomaru was, why does nobody want me as a girlfriend? And the others were, yeah, you know why. And in the end, she said, okay, the one I want to have as a girlfriend is, of course, me.
That's good.
I need to watch that, because if she was getting mad or annoyed, I love the way she looks.
I love like that. Yes, same.
She's such a bad loser, a sore loser.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't want her as a girlfriend. I would want her as a trophy wife.
The trophy. Yeah, you want her legs. Don't lie.
Yeah, also they said, I'm not sure if it was this stage or the one before, but they were talking about what other kind of stages they want to do, except like the normal ones. For example, do a stage completely in training clothes. And actually it was funny because I'm not sure who said it, but apparently Don-chan's training clothes were looking really, really weird, and turns out she got those by Makiko. So I'm not sure which member said it, but the joke was on her. Also, some members suggested they want to do a stage where the fans perform on stage and the members watch. I remember having a nightmare like this, so I kind of relate to this. But it would be funny to see. They said like so many fans are so serious about learning the choreos recently, also on the handshake events, and so they probably could do a half of the stage or so by now.
I hope they are talking about girls fans and not 35 years old fat guys.
Where we had this in the manager stage already, so or in the staff stage. It can be funny. Depends on what costumes you give them.
Jesus.
Yeah, but this stage seemed much shorter than the last one. I don't know exactly why, but I guess because the MC was more funny.
Well, let me tell you, those guys are better at performing than a certain member we're going to be talking about real soon.
Wow.
Speaking of performance level, the G3 members performed really, really good. I was looking how in sync they were, but they were really, really good. Yeah. Nick, go ahead. For you.
Yeah. All right. So, on the 19th, there was Teamy. There were two of them. The first one was the noon stage, which was the first ever, I think it was the first ever, right, senior stage. So it was for people 50 and over. And so, anyways, like, it's funny they do a stage for people 50 and over. Like, you think, like, if you were to tell people who know nothing about idols, like, oh yeah, they made one for people 50 and over, they'd be like, oh what? So like 2 people showed up. But like, I think people above 50 are like 90% of the fan base, So anyway.
Yeah. Now I remember.
Go ahead.
The reason why they started talking about the stages they want to do was because they did like a girls only stage and the seniors only stage. So they said, okay, maybe some other kind of stages.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, there was a 50.
Because yeah, like Like the girl Cohen, for example, are very great. So yeah, when they announced the senior Cohen, I was like, okay, they are not going to be very loud. Like holy fuck, they were
loud.
so loud.
They were fucking loud, yeah.
Yeah, and like the members, the whole show, they all said it. Like, yeah, you have nothing to to be ashamed about because they were shouting like crazy.
Yeah. It was funny because so in the evening one, which I got in, Maya said
I hate you.
intro,
I hate you. You know I hate you, right?
Me or Maya? Who are you talking about? Who do you hate?
You. Stop
me.
going Team E.
Why? I'm a Team Yoshi. Look, I go in place of you. Anyway, so Maya was saying in the second performance how all the she's like you guys are younger, like because they asked like how many of you guys are 50 and over, like, how many could have gotten the 50 or plus Cohen, and there were like maybe only 4 people raised their hands. So like we were young, like we were fresh, we were young, but we were quiet compared to them apparently. So yeah, they were complaining about us. But yeah, Jeff, you watched the 50 plus. Any thoughts about it? Apart from that, about the Cohen? Because
So,
I didn't watch it.
MC wise, so they did an MC what they want to be when they're older. How do they want to be when they're older? Like very energetic or pretty much laid back. So of course they made fun. They made fun of Kuma-chan, of course, and she said she already had old gestures, like gestures of grandma. And it's funny because Don-chan and Maya, I think it was Maya, like they did the same gesture at the exact same time. Like so, we're pretty sure. I think she makes that gesture a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Was that it?
Well, there's all things. So we've got Chibiamin, Kimino, CW, Ochan Center again, and like they're switching like in E, they're switching the units a lot recently. So it's difficult to see like who's in what units. And it was for both perf. It was the first under of Negai and Malina from D3.
Yeah.
And okay. So like we were going to begin with the good thing. So Malina's was very good. She didn't struggle at all. Like it was pretty smooth for the first.
Sheena was good too. Sheena was good too.
Yeah. So Marina was good, and Negai. So I like her. I like her, but like I'm really going to say like for a girl who's been there for a year, like you can't like struggle like that for your like it's your first under, but yeah after a year, so pretty much it's even like a joke like to be first under after a year really. And same thing team is there's a lot of opportunities for under, so I would think like every you say I've learned the issues like for some time now, and yeah like she was like really struggling doing like the dancing like the moves, the position, like a lot of time I've seen her like looking around not really knowing where to go. For MC, like for the first MC, she went with the first MC, but it wasn't like she left because she realized she was supposed to be in the second one. Like, yeah, it was bad, really bad.
We're not gonna see her again in undering for 6 more months. That's.
It's pretty much it could happen because it was very bad, very bad. I think it's like from the 8th gen, it's the worst first ender I've seen. Like for everyone, even Hayahas was better than her. That's quite surprising because like Negai, I don't think she's like a bad dancer or anything. But yeah, it was. I don't know what happened, but it was very bad for the first one. And yeah, we were talking about it. And Nick, she was pretty much the same for the second one.
Well, let me break it down for you. So for the second performance, there's a difference watching a video, right? Because you can only see what the camera's showing you, right? And then when you go in the theater, oh my God, it's very different because you're free to look at whatever you want to look at, right? Whatever you can look at on the stage. There's no camera forcing you, and sometimes you're forced. Like sometimes you're going to be looking more to the center of the stage sometimes when they're dancing. And for this particular performance, we had Nagai next to Wada Aina. And I think we've said in the show before that Wada Aina is not the best dancer and that we don't really think she's good. But let me tell you, it was like watching like heaven and hell. I don't know how to describe it, but like Wada Aina was like for the first time in my life, I'm like, wow, Wada Aina, like you're good because the thing next to her was just like a mess. Like I don't know how to describe it, but it was the worst thing. Like it was the worst performance I've seen because like exactly what you said, and worse really because I could see the entire mess. Like the camera wasn't escaping it. Trying to get our eyes off it. But
it's the thing because even like on the and the version, like you could see a lot of mistakes. So I imagine like the ton of mistakes I didn't see. So yeah.
So she was just like not like she was just not she was just not in rhythm with anyone else. She was constantly looking around at the other girls to see like, oh, what should I be doing? She was never looking in the front, at us. So she was just like constantly looking around her feet at the other people, and you know how you mentioned like she left for the first, like she made a mistake. She's like, oh, I shouldn't be with this MC. Well,
she lined up and she just left.
Yeah, well, she did it again in the second one, and she.
Oh my God!
At one point they had to leave. At one point they had to leave the MC and like let the other ones go in, but she went out the wrong way, so she had to come back out and go out the other way. Like she was going to the right side, but they had to go to the left side to leave. And it was pretty.
And both performances, it was the same lineup too. So like, there's no excuses or anything.
It's the same. Yeah, it's
but pretty much the exact same position, and so yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and well, I mean, it was just surprising to me because, I saw her next to the other ones, and let me tell you, we also because it was those two, Nagai and Aina, and then the two draftees, so Sheena and Marina, right? And like they were all together, and let me tell you, the draftees are so much better than those two, and it's crazy to think that the draftees have just joined the group, and yet they're dancing. Like their performance is already better than Wada Aina, who's been in the group forever, basically. Well, not forever, but like she's 7 gen.
Like, 3 years, I think.
And she's undered for E like a lot. I feel like every E performance I've been to, Aina's been there.
Yeah.
And the guy, like you said, she's had time to learn it, and clearly she hasn't. So I mean, the 8th gen, like the 8th gens we have right now that aren't promoted from Kinkyusei, they seem to be struggling. Well, even the ones who got promoted, like Rinka, clearly struggled to learn K2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there because these draftees were just seamlessly go in and they integrate with the teams and yeah. Anyway, and enough about Nagai and that stuff. But yeah, so I went to the performance for the evening, and it was actually the first time I've got in with friends. So like it's pretty rare that you get in with someone that you know, I guess. Like unless you know like a million people and you're like, oh hey, who got in? But if you know someone else who got in the theater, you can get tickets together. Like when you go to pay together, you say, oh, I want 3 tickets next to another. So you get numbers next to each other, so you can sit next to each other in the theater, and it's a lot more fun. It's a lot different to be with friends, and sit around with friends. Like you just like already I'm like mentally 12 years old, but I just became mentally 5 years old. We're just yelling like crazy and we're just really being stupid. But now it was a lot of fun, and yeah, like I mean it's. I don't know when you can get that opportunity. Like it's really rare to do that, to go in with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, we tried with Will. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I think we tried to go in together, but yeah. Of course we lost. Of course.
Yeah.
It was at the time when it was impossible to get.
Yeah. But yeah, no. That was it was a really good theater anyway. It was just funny because like I was like we got it. Like we sat in the very last row, but there's a good thing about being last row is that you're the last ones going out of the theater to say bye to the members. So you can spend a little bit more time leaving the theater than you would normally. Like normally they just shove you. Like you like Chris knows now, right? Or
Yeah.
Will knows now. Jeff doesn't know. How long you get? I mean, like they all kind of say hi to you and everything. So again, Jeff's Oshis love me. So yeah, and just a good performance, but not if you were looking at certain members for the whole time. All right, so that's all for the theaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was long. That was yeah. What did we say? 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's 15, and TV Media is going to be 10 minutes.
We have 13 stages and plus. So
let's go on then. So there were 2 episodes of most shows actually. For AKB show, so the first episode, so 2 weeks ago, we had a behind the scene of the Gaeshi Hall concert. So it was D3 members who were going around and interviewing members backstage. I don't think anyone watched it.
No.
Right?
Very quickly, I really don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Honoka and Tani. Like Tani was missing with her, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then this week was Strawberry Punch doing a skit and then a performance. Voilà. Then Musubi no Ichiban, first episode. So it was a stupid loke in a store for electrical appliance.
Very very weird show.
Yeah, at least there were some funny moments thanks to Yoshimura. Like the members were now Kocha, Noshin, and whoever else. And the first thing that Yoshimura noticed
you mean Kaotan?
Yeah, barbecue. The first thing that Yoshimura noticed when they entered is that Kochan's panda had shrunk between the introductions outside and the time in the shop.
Really?
She had the big panda at the very beginning, and like just the scene just after it was a small panda. It was like, what happened?
And yes, well, so first they were just walking around looking at stuff. The one funny thing was when they found a rice cooker or steam cooker or whatever it is with a handle that was like in a glossy red color. It could be a fashion brand bag, and so they had now do a runaway walk with the rice with the steam cooker at around. And then the challenge was that each member had to go choose a product and try to sell it to Yoshimura. Was gonna buy the best one. So Nao chose a pocket translator. So she went outside to find some gaijin. She found 2 Nepalese girls and had the translator translate in Nepalese, which I really didn't expect. Like I expected it to do like English, maybe Korean and Chinese, and that's it. But the thing is, after she asked the first question, so it got translated in Nepalese, and the girl answered in Japanese. So I still don't know if it's working or not. She asked,
fake gaijin.
She asked, "What's your impression of Yoshimura?" And it got translated in, I can never forget him. Okay. Then Kochan showed a vacuum cleaner, and obviously she had never used one in her life. So she's the princess type.
She doesn't need to.
She had no idea how to use it, except for one thing, which is to shrink pandas in plastic bags to put them in her bag. That's the way she carries them to the events. Oshirin had some stupid thing that you put in your mouth, and then you do the Flappy Bird with it. It's supposed to, I don't know, to make you look prettier. Whatever.
What?
Yeah.
What?
barbecue, just had some rice cooker and cooked rice. And then Yoshimura decided that all these presents suck and that they must really hate their friends if they are gonna buy them anything like that. And he didn't choose anything. So yeah, if it was there were some funny moments, but like funny short moments, and most of it was just like looking at the members going into the alleys of the shop, looking at random stuff. So bon, I don't know. It's not a bad episode, not a good one either. Somewhere in the middle.
So the second one, so I was very like ready to hate it because it was a cooking episode and I really hate that. But it was actually like very good. So it was Maya, Ayamero, Honono, and Tani. And like I think like from the Musobi episode, I think it was the best one for MC and members interaction. Like for like usually like Yoshimura likes to mess with them, but like the second guy, I don't even know his name, but like he was very funny with Ayamero. So yeah, like from the beginning, Ayamero was like, yeah, I'm very good at cooking and stuff. So they made team. So it was Ayamero and Tani versus Maya and Honono, and I mean MC on each side. And yeah, so it was pretty much like Honono doing. So they were cooking musubi. So it's some kind of like rice cakes with stuff inside. So yeah, so it was pretty much Honono doing crazy stuff. So putting some very very weird thing in that. Maya is being like super upset with her like the whole time, like, what the hell are you doing? Like nobody's going to want to eat that. And she was getting very angry.
The comment from the judge was like he looked inside and said, "It looks really disgusting." And then actually when he tasted it, it was not that bad. Because I would eat more of it, but.
So Tani's like same thing. She doesn't know pretty much any cooking.
She said actually on another show this week that she had never cooked.
Yeah.
Or maybe was it on this show? No, I don't remember. I heard her say like last week that she had never cooked once in her life.
And she wasn't one of the words. So like I think the funniest.
She also has never cleaned an apartment once in her life.
Yeah,
we've seen that. And so like Ayamero's she was saying, okay, I'm a good cook. So same thing when she began to cut stuff. So the MC was like, okay, like you're messing with me, like you don't know cooking at all. So she was, oh no, I'm just bad at cooking and stuff. So like for the whole thing that the MC was super like, okay, yeah, no, you're not good. And she was chosen as the worst one. Like I don't remember what she did with our cooking, but it was like terrible. And Maya won actually, but it was pretty much she was the least terrible because I think it was not some good cooking. But yeah, like very good episode, very funny episode. With a theme I don't like, so yeah, good job.
Yeah. Okay. Next we have 2 weeks of Ninja Nayo videos. The first week was my personal super highlight week because we had Juna versus Ai, Wanchan versus Marin, Aya versus Kohaku, Achan versus Miumaru, and Yoha versus Luchan. So like a ton of perfect pairings. Juna versus Ai was really funny. Wanchan and Marin was, as every episode with Wanchan, interesting to see the reaction of the other member. Marin was surprisingly calm. Like she endured all the physical contact pretty well.
Yeah, in silence, you could see like pain in her eyes, but
yeah. Aya vs. Coco was also funny because they were just acting like the Yankees all the time to each other.
Okay, like Ryoha and Luchan, like it's now on my Hall of Fame of Ninja Nayo videos. It's so good. So good. Like I think I made like 10 GIFs and videos from that video. It's amazing. It's amazing. No. And like usually when the new Ninja Nayo videos are good, it's pretty much when Mitsukuchi Boy like is really helping or there's a lot of interaction. But that time it was really just like Yora being all about Luchan look is so cute. Look, just you have to see that. You have to see that. Okay, and so Mitsukuchi gave the camera to Yora because Yora was like, no, I know how I can like make her the cutest.
Yeah.
And she was like doing some weird song, but yeah, it's pretty much I think what like 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes of Liora like fangirling over Luchan. It's amazing, top notch.
Yeah, the next week was a bit more relaxed from my point of view. At Ami and Izudin, Yunana and Chikako, which was really funny, I guess. Kocha and Nonogaki, which I didn't watch. Yukatan Mizuno ID, which I think I watched, I'm not sure. Nikopo with Shilin. So those were some nice, but by far not on the level of the week before. Yeah, and for Sanjanai, we had the first episode with Yunana, Mizuno, ID, and Nojima Kano. I don't know if anyone watched this one.
Nope.
Okay, then I watched the other one. It was Wanchan Mikoti and Kitano Luka. The radio broadcast itself was already really funny. They were talking about cold days and warm days and the weather and just laughing 3/4 of the time, and it even continued into the video. But they just half the time they're just laughing. It's really funny to watch. And by the way, it was not the gradation special for one shot, so we will have another one of those later. Yeah.
Then Zero Koji. So we had the songs from the 5 members who were eliminated on the first round of the singing contest. And so mostly boring songs. I swear that if I have to listen one more time to a member singing something from Angela Aki, I'm jumping from the roof of Sunshine Sakai. Even most performances weren't that good. Actually, Kochan in a way was the nicest. Even if she doesn't have the best singing voice, but she actually does have a pretty voice. I think with some training she could do something good. She sounds very untrained actually. But she didn't have any issues with her voice like most of the others had during their songs. Also, the song was less boring than the others, I guess.
It's something I noticed for Mipopo on the S stages. She's doing Steki Nazaya at the moment, and especially compared to peers, she has just no volume in her voice. So it almost sounds like the microphone is off when she's singing.
And really the bad thing is, I think it's like it's our unit now, because I've seen like three perf of Team S, and she's been in Zayakukan every time. So I think it's really our position, and I'm really disappointed because I don't think it suits her at all. And we've got like Yukonian and Luchan, who's like so good in this unit. So yeah, very disappointing. So in the Posi, we've got the rehearsal songs. We've got behind the scenes, so again, because we've got some from AKB show, but it was actually better behind the scenes from Gaishi Hall. We've got some pretty good footage from the promotions announcements. So we've got POC trying to steal Chibiami when she got announced. So yeah, sorry, but she's ours. Back off. And we've got some scenes from Aina. So after the show being totally dead inside, in total silence.
Like usual, you mean, or?
But yeah, so she was with Luchan, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember the other ones, but yeah, she was like dead.
Well, I can see why.
And we've got Yeah, I think if Linkaz was promoted ahead of me, I'd be pretty much dead inside.
Yeah, devastated. Yeah, just especially when you have to perform next to a certain someone in the next stage.
And we've got the announcement of Lala's hiatus in Uncheck. So yeah, because Lala was, I think she's DMC right now, one of the 3 MCs, I think.
Yeah, she's.
So we've seen like the announcement and some a scene with Ayamelo and Kano was very, very sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty. It was that for the Zero Posy and the bad news. So we weren't very sure. I think last time when we talked about it, but yeah, that time it's pretty sure. So the SKEncore episode, so live episode, it's going to be 3 hours and a half. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So it's going to be divided. So it's going to be members looking for their first rank, members who's aiming for highest rank, and I think we are going to I think Joanna's going to be there, so I don't think she's going to be like the whole time or at the end alone. I don't know, but it's going to be horrible. Like 3 hours and a half. Like what the fuck? Why?
Enjoy.
Why that?
Please don't make Nao-chan cry this year.
It's gonna happen.
Or if I'm going to watch it, I want to see some tears, like for real, like yeah.
That's, yeah, you need some kind of motivation to watch.
But I don't think Chicago's there. I think because yeah, Chicago's the best crier in SKE. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be hell. So well, we'll have to see.
We have to divide it.
What is shit?
You can watch the far with Jurina. Jeff.
Oh yeah. I'm going to love it.
Okay. If that's all for Zero Position, then we are
Let's
finished.
go to discussion topic.
Yeah, let's go to discussion. Yeah, an hour. 1 hour of discussion. Let's go.
Exactly. No. We have already
Why my Oshiman is the best for 1 hour.
1.5 hours, I think. So with that, we're gonna end this episode. And yeah, we'll try to be back next week. We can't, of course, promise it, but if we are back next week, we have a discussion topic, and hopefully not as many news as this week. Thank you, everyone, for watching until here, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Peace.